What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but I think it's time to get back on the internet. We had a couple of projects that we had to take care of and get out of the shop in order to kind of free up some space for some other projects. Today, I want to swap over the headers on my car. I have some aftermarket ones on there right now that are like tubular headers, and I'm just not happy with the sound. It's kind of tingy up under the engine, and it's just a really annoying noise. I want to get back to that like more low rumble. So I'm gonna be swapping back to some cast headers on the car. Hopefully it'll make them, make everything sound a lot better. I don't like the sound to be up in the engine. I want it to be coming out of the amazing HKS exhaust that I have. So I'm gonna pull the car over to this big empty spot because trying to work on it in this corner is very annoying. So let's get into it. Here's kind of the before sound. Not sure if I got that because of course my freaking Bluetooth decided to connect to my car as soon as I rolled out in the driveway, but hopefully you get the gist of like the before sound. It's not the most attractive sound and I just don't really like it. So I'm gonna swap back to the stock headers. Or actually, I don't have my stock headers anymore. These are off of a 2016 STI. So yeah, I'm gonna get the car up in the air and dig those headers out. Shouldn't be too bad. Sorry about the noise. I know the fan is probably annoying in the background, but I was able to get the headers off. Car's up in the air. 5-minute job, super easy. So here's the headers that I took off. They're just like a no-name tubular header that I've had forever. And I tried to coat them, but I don't think the high temp like this area. I'm sure there's a lot of heat coming off the header and then where this header meets up. Or it just didn't prep the surface enough. So these are going away. And then those cast headers are going back on. I'm hoping that this fixes the sound issue. It's really annoying to me, the fact that I think it's just too thin of steel or something. It's just really annoying. With the cast headers, you get that low rumble. They don't create a lot of sound. They just kind of allow the exhaust gases to move through up to the turbo. So we'll get these on and then we'll make a sound comparison. I'm hoping that other video where I started it with these headers gives you a good comparison. So a trick that I want to kind of show everybody that I do, these gaskets that are on here have about 200 miles on them. They're still good gaskets, and I didn't have time to run the Subaru. You should always replace your gaskets, but in this case, I was lazy. Hopefully it seals up and I don't have any leaks, but if you do want to be like me in your own way, there's this copper coating spray that you can get for exhaust gaskets. Obviously, this still has like a bevel, so it should crush and seal up, but this copper spray for gaskets works amazing. It's enough of a like sticky surface, and it kind of bulks the gasket up a little bit so that you get a good seal. I had a muffler shop kind of show me that back when I had a custom exhaust made for my car, and they have like there's two versions. There's like the spray, which is this one, and then there's like a it almost looks like an RTV container, and it's super thick. You like put it on like RTV, but it's made for exhausts. So it's kind of a trick. Everything looks like it's gonna line up just fine. You always kind of have to adjust the up pipe once you get it bolted. So I'm gonna try to get the gasket in there, get the bolts in, and then I'll make the adjustment off of the turbo and the up pipe on the bracket up top. All right, so there they are, all mounted up. Put two new gaskets right there, and then we reuse this one. I'm actually really glad that I swapped these headers, because I noticed that my O2 sensor was actually loose, which helped me in the process of getting it out. But this time around, I make sure to use some anti-seize, just a little bit, and then to really tighten that down. But yeah, that's how she looks. It's pretty clean under here. We did a sway bar not too long ago. This is a white line sway bar. It's actually really nice for just driving around. It's super solid. It's definitely a good upgrade. Front sway bars are nice. I'm gonna go up top and tighten the up pipe bolt so that that is all done. I'll show you where it is. The up pipe bolt is right there. All right, job is done. Let's go ahead and turn it on, make sure we don't have any leaks. So I'll leave it up in the air, and I'll kind of climb under it, feel around, make sure we don't have any leaks on any of the gaskets, let it kind of warm up. I'm sure it's gonna have some shit to burn off, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's smoking a little bit, but I will set you guys up in the corner so that you can listen too. So here we have my Cobb 20G, and she's blowing oil out the back. So much oil, in fact, that is what is coming out of my turbo pipe off of my brand new intercooler. Like less than 200 miles on this fucking intercooler, and now I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to pull the entire thing off, make sure no oil gets into my intake, into my brand new motor, all because that turbo decided to let go. It was blowing smoke pretty bad. I thought it was because I put some copper gasket stuff on my up pipe and that was burning off, but it turns out that Mr. Turbo just decided to let go. You can see how wet it is inside of there. and how wet it is down here. Here, let me grab a flashlight. Flashlight that's not dead. There we go. Yep. That's all oil. But it's a good thing that I pulled the turbo, because it turned out this drain pipe right here that was on got melted by the up pipe, because obviously they sit this close. So the whole side of the drain tube was melted. So I got to fix that on the car. This turbo is going to get sent out to get completely rebuilt. We're going to be putting a billet wheel and porting this. So here's how it looks prior to that. We will probably have it coated as well. One thing that I do want to find, I don't know if you can, is the Cobb plaque that goes on the turbo. I don't know why it's not on this turbo. Obviously I got this secondhand, so that's what happens. I got to clean out all the oil from the intercooler setup on the car. But besides that, I mean, everything has been running pretty damn well. I don't know if all of that oil ended up making its way down here. I'm hoping it didn't. I'll probably pull this pipe off and see if there's any oil residue in it. Because, I mean, it's not easy for oil to travel from the turbo all the way around to the front of the car and then back up. But there was quite a bit of oil, so we shall see. It's kind of just trial and error of building cars. Definitely never want to cheap out on anything. Granted, this did come from a really good customer of mine that upgraded his turbo, and we tried to fix it when it was having problems, and it seemed fine for the most part for a long time. I mean, it's been like 4 months and couple 100 miles on this thing, so it's due for an upgrade. The billet wheel that's going to go in it is going to be a lot better. Luckily, none of the impeller wheels have contacted the shafts or anything like that. We don't have a wastegate crack, so this turbo is in good condition. It just needs a new center housing, so it's not a big deal. But as for now, the car is going to sit, not be driven, no more car meets, no more having fun. I don't know if you've ever seen my external wastegate on the car, but that's how it is. It's custom. It's actually pointed this way rather than being pointed this way. So that's how she's gonna sit for now. Everything else with those headers ended up working out really well. Yeah, I'm a lot happier with those headers compared to like the tubular ones. They sound a lot better, but holy shit was this thing smoking before I pulled it in. I like cleared out a whole city block with the amount of smoke rolling out of this thing. So it's time for a new turbo. Make a little bit more sauce with billet wheel and porting. There's a really awesome guy that does it up in Utah. So I'm probably going to get his information today and get this sent over so that we can get it back and done very fast. But until then, that's probably where I'll end this. I don't have too much going on. A couple, small things coming into the shop that I'll be working on. But as for my car, I need to pull out the entire interior, and then I have a replacement black carpet to go in from a previous build. I like the black carpet better than the gray, and it doesn't have any tears in it or anything like that. So it's something that needs to go in my car. My headliner, I'm trading to Austin for his car. And then I have my new headliner material right here. We're gonna be doing it in suede. So if you wanna see that, stay tuned. I'll be flocking my pillars and stuff like that. I really just want black. I think that black and the car is gonna look really slick with just the blue and the green that I have going on right now, but the red headliner and that print and everything like that. It's been in there for a while, and I'm kind of sick of it. So I'm happy that it's going in another car that we have, that we've built on the channel. So yeah, we'll probably be pulling the interior out as soon as I can get it probably running again. The other thing too that I'll be installing on my car is flex fuel. This car is going to be ran on E85. I can't think of a better way to make horsepower if that's what you're trying to do with your car, and you know, do a pretty basic mod with just fuel. I would put E85 on it. The car will be tuned on Carberry. So I have an Innovate kit, and that will give me the ability to run fuel management, or be able to monitor how much ethanol content we have on the new tune. With everything else, we will be ditching Cobb on this car. They've decided to go with the way of the green speed stuff, so I would have loved to put Cobb flex fuel on this, but they only have it for the new generations, and they're kind of leaving all of us in the dust. I understand it's the EPA, it's not them. Obviously, they're not just doing it to be mean, but you just got to get with the times. I'll end it out right here. I appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that button. I'm trying to get back into this. I know I don't post a lot because what I find interesting is, well, what you might find interesting, I probably don't. I don't know. It's just kind of every day for me in the shop. So I appreciate all you guys watching. Peace. I will see you in the next one.